Hi everyone. Okay, so this is the challenge, okay? I do screen printing on t-shirts and fabric and all the rest of it, and the challenge is that you're gonna have to try and find a way to do this on a t-shirt, okay? So we love the NHS, and then we have to try and get one of these across to somebody that we know that works for the NHS, or somebody who's out there helping us out to fight a fight against this horrible virus, okay? Whilst we're doing that, we're going to try and have fun, okay? So I'm going to try and show you a very simple way of doing it if you haven't got the right things at home, okay? Now, what you would normally do is one of these, which is a screen print, okay? That's a plain one, and that's a lovely one that I've done with a design on it, okay? Which will give a lovely, nice design on a t-shirt. But unfortunately, if you can't get hold of these, okay, we're going to have to try and do something else. Okay, so that's the kind of t-shirt we want to do, and what we're going to be using in order to achieve that is, okay, what we're going to do is just get a nice plain piece of paper, okay, and you can just design with a pencil words, okay? They don't have to be perfect. You can do a scribble as long as it says that we love you, NHS, okay? And you're going to get your parents to help you out and cut out the letters, you know, with a Stanley knife, but you know, have to be very careful, okay? Just make sure you're safe with them. And if you want, you can do this on a piece of plain paper, or otherwise you can use one of these, okay, which is like a thin plastic sheet, and that's got a backing on it, but you just take the backing off, but you know, just leave it on. So I just left it on so you can actually see what you're doing. But you could actually, if you just got a bit of plastic that you can cut out with a knife, you can put a bit of paper behind it so you know what you're doing, okay? As long as you then got a design that resembles the actual writing that we need to do, okay? So now once you have this, okay, so presume that you have cut out a piece of paper, okay? Now if you can find at home anywhere a little bit of nylon curtain, okay, what you're going to have to try and do is, you know, just cut a square that is the same size as the writing, okay, and just put some brown tape around it, or some sellotape around it, okay, or any tape you've got. If you can do this, then we'll give stability to a bit of nylon that we then we can reuse more than once, okay? Alright, so you will need this and you will need that, and then if you cannot get hold of any textile paints, which are the right paints to print on t-shirt, you can just get hold of some plain acrylics. It could be any color. If you don't have blue, use red. Any color you got, anything that you can find, use it, okay? So it could be just acrylics like this, any acrylics, okay? Or you could just, you know, if you got little tubes of acrylics, if they're too thick, the consistency is too thick, then what you want to try and do is mix them with a bit of water, so it's a bit more liquidy, okay? And don't worry, if it gets too liquid, you can just you just try it out anyway, okay? So this is the, I don't know if you can see the consistency of this one, okay? That's the color I'm going to use, but so it just kind of moves. It doesn't drip off, but it just kind of, it's kind of liquidy enough for you to spread it on the actual writing, okay? So once we got this and that, we're gonna go and use a card, okay? Or you can use a squeegee, you know, a window squeegee, or just any bit of hardish plastic that you can get hold of. Old credit cards or mum and dad, any card like that will you very useful, okay? And then we're gonna get a spatula like this, okay, so we can scoop the colors from the actual pots, okay? I'm gonna stick to blues and white, okay? So, and I'm what we're going to do is I'm going to take a plain t-shirt and I'm going to make sure that everything around me is clean, okay? You don't have to use a new t-shirt. You know, if you got an old t-shirt or one of your parents' t-shirt that, you know, they don't use, you can maybe use one of those, okay? It doesn't matter because it's an act of love and we're trying to do something nice for them, okay? So you're going to get some newspaper and you're going to put it inside the t-shirt because we don't want to muck up the inside of the back of it, okay? And we're going to place it inside it and keep it flat, okay? And we're going to make sure that the neck of a t-shirt is straight up so we can see where we need to put the prints, okay? So this should work. I haven't tried it this way, but I think it will work. Okay, and then what we're going to do, okay, once you've got the t-shirt straight up and no collars around it, so your hands are nice and clean, okay, then we're going to place the bit of paper that you cut out and put it in the middle. I quite like it in the middle, okay? So I'm just going to stick it in here, okay? And then I'm going to take this bit of nylon that I'll put on with sellotape on top of the writing, okay? I'm going to place it on top of the writing. Okay, now because I haven't got a screen that stays nice and firm, I might just put a little bit of tape on the sides, okay? So it doesn't move when I'm actually applying the paint on top, okay? And the reason why I want to use one of these nylon bits is because the paper will then stick to it and we can lift it and possibly reuse it and paint more than one t-shirt. Okay, stay with me, yeah? So I'm going to put a bit of tape here, okay? And we're going to put a bit of tape right at the end there. All right, so hopefully it's a little bit stable, okay? Okay, now we're going to take that little bit of card. Where's it gone now? There we go. Okay, sorry guys. So I've got this now, okay? So I'm going to randomly put some colours with a squeegee. I'm going to put some white. Okay, I'm going to put some white. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the dark blue. Okay. So I'm putting it right on the edge. Okay, and then I'll take another one and I'll just put a little bit of the lighter blue. Okay. So you've got it right on the edge there. Now imagine that you're spreading butter onto a slice of toast. So you're spreading it, but you're scraping off the excess. That's the kind of thing you've got to do, okay? So basically what we're doing is that we're actually applying the paint inside the writing. So everywhere else, when the paint goes everywhere else, it should allow the actual paper to stick to the nylon. So when we can release it and just have the writing onto the t-shirt without any mess, okay? So, okay, so, and you try and go on top of the letters without moving them too much, okay? I hope it's going to work out. Try not to move it too much. I haven't tried it this way before. It might not be perfect, but it's worth a try. So remember, I'm just trying to find a simple way for you to achieve the same method. Okay. So. Okay, so once we covered all the letters, it's all done, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to try, first of all, we're going to check that. So once you've done that, you got all the excess off, you check that your hands are clean, okay? Because we want to give this as a present, okay? So once your hands are clean, you're going to take the tape off, okay? And you're going to lift everything up, including the paper, okay? Including the paper, so all of it off. Okay. Rightio. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's come out all right. So if you wanted to, you could possibly allow more paint to go on it, or try, if you didn't cover it all, you can try and put this down again. Okay. And put more paint down. It's a bit more risky, okay, but you could try and actually apply with a paintbrush without the screen, okay? You can try both ways. I'm going to see if I can find a paintbrush that would work. Like for instance, we got one of these, okay? I'm going to try and put some extra paint and see if it works. Okay? So remember, we don't have to be too thorough. We're just trying to make a lovely design and improvise something nice that we can do at home, okay? This is technically, it's a stencil, okay? So if you want to apply the paint like this, you can try it too, okay? You with me? You have to try and use your imagination. If you want to try with a plastic cutout, you can do a stencil on top just like this without using anything else. Just use the plastic and it might work just fine, okay? The idea is that you have fun whilst you're doing this, okay? And you manage to do something nice for the people of the NHS, okay? And then maybe we can organise a day to have the t-shirt brought up to Barnet Hospital and delivered to them. Okay? Right, okay, so I'm going to put the stencil away, the stencil brush, and I'm going to try and lift it. Perfect. There we go. So that's We Love the NHS challenge for you guys. I hope you can manage to do a t-shirt with or without screen, okay, with or without nylon, okay, and then I will post something else. There's another way that you can do this as well, which is with freezer paper, okay. This is called freezer paper. You can cut the design out and you can actually iron this onto a t-shirt. So if you iron this to a t-shirt, it might be easier for you to stencil this on. So get your parents to look up freezer paper. Freezer paper, it's got the same principle, okay? And you just iron it on. You do a design, you cut it out, and you iron it on. One side is shiny and one side is matte. The shiny side goes onto the t-shirt and you iron it on and it will stick temporarily. So that means that you can then use a stencil brush or a flat brush to do exactly the same as we've done with this one, okay? So have a go. You know, some people might find that it works out just doing the nylon straight away with one application of one coat. If it doesn't work, just use with the paper on its own, or otherwise I will show you another one with the freezer paper, okay? Okay, let me know how you get on.